Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah alladhi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq liyuzhirahu ala dini kullihi wa kafa billahi shahidan kama yaqulu Allahu nafsahu huwa alladhi arsala rasulahu bil huda wa dinil haqq ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. All praises be to Allah. All praise and thanks be to Allah, who sent his messenger with the guidance in the religion of truth, so that it may manifest itself over other religions, and Allah is sufficient as a witness. And as Allah himself says, it is he who sent his messenger with the guidance in the religion of truth, so that it may reign supreme, manifest itself over other religions. Even if the mushrikun, even if the idolaters are adverse to it. I bear witness that none deserve to be worshipped except Allah. He's one without partners. And I bear witness that Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, is his servant and his messenger. As to what comes after, today we want to talk to you about patience. First, know that no one is born with patience. No one is born with patience. Patience is an aspiration, something we strive for, meaning something we have to build in ourselves. Even then, it is considered to be a gift given by Allah. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, وَمَا أَتِيَ أَحَدًا قَطَى خَيْرًا وَأَوْصَى مِنَ الصَّبْرِ. That no one can be given a gift greater, better or greater than sabr, patience. Patience is one of the best qualities that a Muslim can possess. It is a virtue that enables him to proceed towards his goals undeflected by adverse situations. It is also one of the best weapons to use against hardships. But because the life of a human being is filled with so many different obstacles, there are different types of patience that we need to face those obstacles. The first type of patience that we need is the one needed to perform our obligatory acts of worship. For example, take praying in Jama'ah. When you're following the Imam, even when he says, Allahu Akbar, you have to be patient and not move before he moves. Take fasting. Fasting the month of Ramadan specifically. Fasting is an act that requires patience, especially if the days are long and hot and you have to deal with a lot of people. Note that Ramadan used to be called Ashharu Sabr, the month of patience. Hajj is another act that requires patience. With Muslims from all over the world gathered in one centralized location, all trying to perform their religious rites at the same time, so there's bound to be pushing and shoving. You have to have patience so as not to get in any disputes. The second type of patience that we need is the one needed to avoid Allah's prohibitions. And no doubt, Allah will try us. He will try our patience in those things that He has prohibited, in those things that He has made forbidden. And it is through those type of tests that Allah distinguishes the believer from the hypocrite. Allah has said, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ حَتَّى نَعْلَمَ مُجَاهِدِينَ مِنْكُمْ وَالصَّابِرِينَ. And surely we will try you until we know, until we make evident those of you who strive in Allah's cause and those among you who are patient. وَنَبْلُوَ أَخْبَارَكُمْ. And we test your facts. We test your record to see what your true nature is. Akhbar. Akhbar in this sense refers to your deeds. Your deeds will reflect who you really are. They will show your true nature. They will show if you are truthful or if you are a liar. The third type of patience that we need is the one needed to face hardships, trials, tribulations, calamities. And no doubt Allah will test our faith and test our patience with trials and calamities. As He said, وَلَا نَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَالنَّقْصِ مِنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. And surely we will try you in something of fear and hunger and loss of wealth, loss of your money, and loss of lives, loss of your loved ones, and loss of fruits, vegetation, crops, farmland. But Allah says, وَبَشِّرِ الصَّابِرِينَ. But give tidings to those who are patient, who when a calamity or hardship strikes them, they say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to Him is our return. He says, they are those whom Allah's blessings and mercy descend on. Ulaika humul muhtadun. They are those who are rightly guided. Now, no doubt that trials and tribulations and hardships, calamities can be painful. They can be painful. But understand, whatever is befalling you, whatever befalls you, good or bad, has been decreed by Allah. And Allah has said that the best weapon or the best weapons to use to ease the pains of a calamity of patience and prayer. Saying, Ya ayyuhalladhina aminu sta'inu bis-sabri was-salat. Inna Allah ma'a sabirin. O you who believe, O you who have faith, seek help in patience and prayer. Surely Allah is with those who are patient. Now this does not mean that you should just pray and do nothing else. No, being patient does not mean being passive. Passive, sitting around doing nothing, waiting for a miracle to happen? No. You have to do what you can within your power to change your situation. And then leave it in the hands of Allah. And do not complain to people about your situation. Do not complain to people about your situation. For one, complaining to people is contradictory to patience. And two, unless the person is a psychologist, no one wants to hear it. No one wants to hear it. People do not like listening to complaints. No one wants to hear you whine. Oh, I lost my job. My rent is due. My wife left me. She took the kids. No one wants to hear that. Because everyone has problems. Everyone experiences hardships. The Prophet ﷺ experienced many hardships during his lifetime, and he endured them with patience. Know that his two most staunchest supporters, his uncle Abu Talib and his wife Khadijah, they died around the same time. All of his male offsprings died during infancy. 3 of his 4 daughters died during his lifetime. And understand, those of you who are parents, to bury your child is very painful. Yet, he did not complain to people. The Prophet ﷺ did not complain to people. Instead, he complained to Allah, saying, "Oh Allah, I complain to you only about my weakness and my helplessness." And this is what one should do when faced with a calamity. Complain to Allah. Because again, people do not like listening to complaints. But Allah does. So complain to Allah and then exercise patience. And understand, be mindful that patience has to be exercised at the very shock, the very beginning of a calamity. Once, the Messenger of Allah ﷺ passed by a woman who was leaning over a grave, and she was booing, she was crying profusely. And he said to her, "Ya Amatullah, ittaqillah wasbiri." He said, "Oh, female servant of Allah, fear Allah, be conscious of Allah, and be patient." The woman, not recognizing who he was, she said, "Ya Abdullah, you didn't have the trials and tribulations that I had. Leave me alone and go away." So the Prophet ﷺ walked away. He did not say to her, "Do you know who I am? I'm the messenger of Allah. I'm this, I'm that," like some of us would say. "I'm Sheikh so-and-so, and I'm Dr. such and such." He just walked away. He realized that the woman was in pain. A few moments later, one of his companions came by. And he asked the woman, "What did that man say to you?" She said, he said, "Hagat. He said so-and-so." The man said, "What? What? You know who that was?" She said, "No." He said, "That was the messenger of Allah." The woman then jumped up and she ran after the Prophet till she caught him. She said, "Ya Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, ana asbir, ana asbir." "Oh Prophet of Allah, oh Messenger of Allah, oh Messenger of Allah, I am patient, I am patient." The Prophet ﷺ looked at her, he said, "As-sabru anda sadmati ula. As-sabru anda sadmati ula." That patience is at the first shock, the first strike. Meaning, it is not patience when you have a calamity or some kind of trial before you and you lose your mind, you break things, throw things, and then all of a sudden when you sit down, fix your collar, regain your composure, and you say, "Okay, I'm calm." No. This is not patience. Patience is at the first shock of a calamity, at the beginning of it. The fourth type of patience that we need is the one needed to deal with others, to deal with people with respect to how we are being treated. What does that mean? Sometimes people are disrespectful to us. Sometimes people are rude and nasty to us. Some may even threaten us with physical harm. We have to exercise patience with those who are rude and nasty to us and not become rude and nasty back. And as long as no one touches us, we have to exercise patience with those who may threaten us with physical harm. We have to exercise patience with those who are ignorant and not fight ignorance with ignorance, because the only one who's going to win that fight is ignorance. We have to understand that there are people who are going to be a trial for us. Some of them may even be from among us. Yes, sometimes even your own Muslim brother will be a trial for you. And Allah has told us that He has made some people a trial for some others, saying, that we have made some of you a fitna, a trial for some others. He then says, Atasbirun, will you be patient? Atasbirun, will you be patient? But patience takes courage. It takes courage to be patient. So understand, you cannot control all of the events in your life. We cannot control every event in our lives. But we can definitely control our reaction to them. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Wa man tabi'ahum bi ihsan ila yawmiddin. All praises be to Allah. All praise and be to Allah, and peace and blessings be upon our leader and our Prophet Muhammad, and on his family and his companions, and whoever follows them with benevolence until the day of resurrection. We were talking about sabr, patience, and how it is one of the best qualities that a Muslim can possess. And how it is one of the best weapons that one can use against hardships. Note how two of the esteemed companions of the Messenger of Allah, what they said about patience. Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, radiallahu anhu, he said that Iman, faith, is of two halves. One half is sabr, patience, and the other half is shukr, thankfulness. Ali ibn Abu Talib, he said, whoever exercises patience will never be denied success, even though it may take a long time. Once, the Prophet of Allah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, was asked, Ayyul imani afdalu? Which iman is best? Meaning, which aspect of faith is best? And he, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, said, Afdalul iman, as-sabr, was-samahatu. Patience and magnanimity. Magnanimity. Rising above pettiness. Overlooking minor faults. Not picking. You'll find that throughout the Quran, Allah exhorts the believers to exercise patience. He uses the word sabr, And the word sabr, with all of his derivatives, is mentioned in the Quran about 90 times. About 90 times. However, the word sabr does not only denote patience, it also denotes perseverance, fortitude, forbearance, determination, constancy, and steadfastness. So Allah is exhorting the believers to exercise patience in every sense of the word. And patience is needed. Patience is needed for everything that we do. When we deal with our spouses, we need patience. When we deal with our children, we need patience. When we deal with non-Muslims, we need patience. When you deal with the traffic lights, you need patience. In fact, being a Muslim, it takes patience just to be a Muslim. Yes, it takes patience to be a Muslim, especially with shaitan during these times, with shaitan and all of those who oppose Islam. They're out preventing people from hearing logic, reason, and truth, making people think the worst of us. Really. And people think we're imbeciles. People think Muslims are imbeciles. Just think about the imbecile questions that we have to entertain. One, why do you women have to wear that on your head? Why do you Muslims, why can't you Muslims eat pork? And of course, the redundant, what do you people know about Jesus? That's what they say. Jesus. We have to deal with it. It takes patience just to be a Muslim. May Allah bless us to have patience in every sense of the word, in everything we do. And we have no success except for Allah. We ask Allah to have mercy on us, to forgive us our sins, to protect us from the evil of the evil one, to bless us and guide us. We ask Allah to give us and do not deprive us, to grace us and do not disgrace us, to help us and do not forsake us. Allahumma اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات أحياء منهم والأموات اللهم اهدنا واهدنا ويسر الهدى علينا واجعلنا مع فاتحة غير مغالق للشعر. اللهم لا تدع لنا ذنبا الا غفرته ولا هما الا فرجته ولا دينا الا قضيته ولا مريضا الا شفيته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا ولكن الا قضيتها يا ارحم الراحمين. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمه انك انت الوهاب. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. أقيموا الصلاة.